Well, I just think you see more of the demise of our friendship, honestly. And I got so upset that I think I was crying. I was crying because I'm just like, this is like the most exciting day. Like, we finally got engaged, like, and to receive a text like that, to be reminded, it's like, can you wait a few days? Can you wait a few days to just like remind me that I have drama going on?
How is quarantine in the new house?
Well, thank God we're in the new house. Like, if we were still like in our respective apartments, because he lived a block away, I don't know that we'd ever actually see each other.
No,
I think you would just be in yours and I'd be in mine, because like being on top of each other in that small of a space, I don't know that
I'd come over for sex and maybe like dinner.
I thought you were gonna say lunch. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But would have isolated separately if not for the house.
Yeah. Thank God for the house. You know what? Shout out to everyone living with other people in apartments right now. My hat's off to them. Like, God. Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's what I'm doing. But you haven't killed each other yet, so that's a good sign.
Because there's other rooms for us to walk into and ignore each other.
Well, the engagement episode is finally here.
It is.
Have you gotten to see it yet?
We watched it yesterday and we cried.
I wonder what that is. Is that an urn?
What is that?
Stassi.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I got a little choked up too.
You cried. You didn't get choked up, you cried.
I mean, I wasn't bawling, but I definitely had water coming out of my eyes. I don't know I think it was the fact because it was so beautiful, and then but it's also the fact that we were outside. There was just there was a lot of feelings, not just the engagement. Like
I miss socializing, I miss graveyards, I miss
fever,
being able to do anything I want.
Surprises.
I miss putting on cute polka dotted shirts
bars,
and having them fit well.
Restaurants, wearing pants.
Just all those things. Stassi, did you really have no idea the engagement was coming, the proposal was coming?
Bryce, I don't think you understand. I don't think they like showed properly this whole season how like we got into so many arguments and there were so many sad moments because he convinced me that he wasn't ready anymore. And I had been we had been talking like for a full year about like how he can't wait to marry me and all these things and, you know, would be engaged soon. And then he all of a sudden just like reneged on that. And I was like,
yeah, I was lying to her. I was like, you know, I'm work has been really slow. I might lose my job. I just don't know where I'm going to be at, you know.
Like details. He gave me very
don't know.
Concrete details.
I might have to sell my Jeep.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. So yes, very much surprised.
Yeah, wow. I crossed the line on lying. Definitely.
He did.
A whole bunch of times.
Yeah, you almost dug your own grave there, no pun intended, for where you decided to propose, which was kind of the perfect Stassi place to propose.
Yes, it was.
And then you get to go have an unprecedented Lisa Vanderpump luncheon.
Yeah.
Obviously, one person was not at that event, which I'm sure sparks a new spiral in the snowball of the drama with the Witches of WeHo. Where does that go from here in these last couple episodes we're gonna see?
Well, I just think you see more of the demise of our friendship, honestly.
Are you okay from like yesterday and stuff?
No. And then I started crying, and then I called Carter.
You know he texted Beau.
I have it on my phone. Don't forget to thank Kristen for hooking you guys up. She made it happen, and now you and Stassi treat her like shit. That's some cold-blooded shit right there.
I think I was crying. I was crying because I'm just like, this is like the most exciting day. Like, we finally got engaged, like, and to receive a text like that, to be reminded, it's like, can you wait a few days? Can you wait a few days to just like remind me that I have drama going on?
Like, I'm like, why did you text me that? Like, what have I done to Kristen? I was like, get out of here, bro.
It was just not, it was, honestly, it was f***ed up.
It was poor taste, bad timing, and it's like, really, now you're gonna come out and like try to be like some like knight in shining armor when we all know that you're just a piece of shit. whatever. I'm still so pissed off every time I think about it, and then re-seeing it again and having those feelings come back. I'm annoyed.
I feel that through the computer, that energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that kind of pisses me off?
Was that kind of the nail in the coffin there of like this
Yeah,
baby could have taken a turn, but you guys just sending that text kind of.
I mean, that was the nail in the coffin for Carter.
Yeah, sure. When people would try to say stuff on Vanderpump, I would always like never say anything because he's part of like a group of friends that I'm involved, and he wasn't really around. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna there. I'm not gonna talk. But the minute he said that, like when I had to do my interviews, I'm like all like whatever you want. I'm like, here's my feelings. This is how I feel. This crap. Like, ugh. I'm getting wired up just thinking about it again.
I feel like because the show has expanded into 20 cast members or whatever, we haven't gotten to live in that, like the devolution of that friendship as much as we maybe would have in past seasons. Is there anything that didn't make it to air or that viewers still aren't getting that's not clicking for them that you want to clear up?
With Kristen. It's funny, I just did a podcast about this with Katie. I had Katie on my podcast and we talked about this as respectfully as we possibly could.
It's just that everything is just like very upsetting now in hindsight, and
it is. It all sucked. You know what? Where we all went wrong is that I didn't explain to her, like, when you asked us to be honest on camera about your relationship and then you made us look like assholes and then doubled down on it again at the reunion, I had a shift. Instead, I backed away.
I might regret saying this, but Kristen just got really good at just playing a victim here.
It's such a layered situation, and it didn't start this year. It started season 7. Like this started, I remember before we started filming, Kristen had said, I want to be more honest about my relationship. I just don't know how to do that. And like, we sat with her over and over again being like, okay, well, like, we'll bring it up. Like, we'll help you bring this to light. You don't have to pretend you're in this amazing relationship. Like, our jobs on reality TV are to be honest. And the second that we did that in season 7, she would turn it around on us when the cameras were there and make it look like we were assholes for bringing it up or bad friends. And then that just became the whole narrative. And then the reunion happened and I expected her to be like, hey, I'm really sorry for doing that. And she doubled down on it.
I just want her to be happy. She said, I just want to be happy. I want her to be nice to me. I'm looking, I have really good intent.
That's all she said.
Like my love, but I'm
doing it on my own without either of you. I'm doing it on my own.
No, you're not.
I'm not pissed that you're in a relationship. I've been there. We've all been there. I'm pissed that like you just made me look awful and like a friend, and now I just want to back off from you. So then it's like that snowballed into just so much more, because when you have like one issue with someone, it just grows and grows, and then it got to the point where like she could have even chewed wrong and I would have been like, I can't be friends with you. You know what I mean?
My two best friends, right? My two sisters.
No, we're not. You're sisters.
We're not sisters. We're not sisters. We have not been sisters for a while.
I don't know you anymore.
We thought we were all on the same page. I knew we were. Until that, whatever.
Until.
But that's how it really happened. It's not really about her being in a relationship. I mean, we've all been there, so.
It seems at this point there are some fractures in kind of the OG group that can't be repaired. Like we've gotten to the place where, people have grown enough apart that it's not always going to be this core group of people we once knew to hang out all the time. Where do you think the group kind of goes from here?
I'm fine to like say hello, ask how her life is and all of that. It's just, I don't know that like, I want her so close to me. And, and we've all been through a lot of friendship breakups before. Like this isn't the first time that this kind of has gone down.
From talking to everybody this season though, they said this one felt different.
Well, it felt more final. But just because you don't want someone to be extra close to you, it doesn't mean that you can't be in the same room together, How sick are you of answering questions about what's up with the wedding? Oh God, no, it's okay. Cause I love to bitch and moan and complain, but like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that.
Getting good at that.
Yeah. We don't know. So we talked to our wedding planners and they were like, we think you should postpone. And I'm like, we're not ready to do that yet. So we're holding off.
We're gonna hold off to like the last possible minute.
the last possible moment.
And whoever wants to buy tickets to come, they can do it.
Even if it's just 5 of us, if it's just 5 of us in Italy, I don't know. Like if we have to social distance, or I don't know. It's we've cried about it. We've also laughed about it. We've digested it. We've come to peace with it that it might not happen. And I get it. It's happening to so many people, and there are much greater things going on in the world than like your wedding not being able to work out.
Yeah.
But we don't know right now. We're in wedding limbo.
Well, what is the quarantine routine? Like, how many Aperol spritzes are we drinking a day? How many episodes of Housewives are we watching while we're trapped inside?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Well, look, the first 3 weeks of this, I was a monster when it came to drinking and watching Roni. Like, I could not be productive to save my life. I didn't understand. Like, I go on Instagram, I see everyone working out, eating healthy, being boss bitches, and I'm like, sit down, get off my Instagram, I'm gonna mute you, you're making me feel bad about myself. But now I kind of have like a rule. We're trying to make a rule where it's like, we don't turn on the TV until the afternoon.
Don't say we.
That's now my rule.
That's your rule.
So
I've been getting up and working on the house since day one. So I have like.
He's fine in this quarantine. It's annoying.
I have all these like projects and things to do. I made like a little home gym outside in the garage with like a pull-up bar and 2 weights. I haven't used it yet, but I've used it once. At least I know it's there. That's all that matters.
My biggest question is, how did you move into a house without an OOTD mirror?
Okay, I gave away my other one because it was IKEA. So I'm like, no IKEA stuff in the new home. I'd rather the home be barren. Okay, it's time to work on like some adult shit. And then I didn't realize it until we were supposed to be like taking photos for something to send to something. And I'm like, I don't have a full length mirror. I have not seen myself full length in almost 2 months now. But I think my mirror, I ordered one, is supposed to come in today. So good news.
But right now we don't need to see a full length. You just need to see from like your waist up, because that's all everyone else is seeing anyways. So.
Do you know who you're marrying though?
Yeah, I know. We also don't know, we don't have a place to put one.
Oh, I've already decided it's going on the other side of our bedroom.
Great.
Yeah.
There you go.
See who wears the pants.
And the Spanx.
All right, anything else you want Vanderpump viewers to know before I let you go about the proposal episode or what's still to come in the last couple episodes?
I will say this, because we just watched the rest of the season, and the last 4 episodes are my favorite of the whole season. I really, truly enjoyed them. So I was like, oh, okay, it's like the new people are like integrated with us. There's a ton more drama than like I remember. It's like Jack's going crazy, like just different people going kind of ape shit, and it's like, this is good. I was thoroughly entertained. So we end strong.
I'm excited to hear that, because I feel like as we've gotten into the second half of the season, I was like, oh, they course corrected a little bit. Like, we're spending more time with the people we know.
I feel like the last 4 episodes is like that. Yeah.
But then they also blend a lot of like.
It's a good blend of the new people. Like, it's organic. You know, what you guys have to look forward to, I think, is really great television.
And then whatever reunion we get, we'll get.
Yep. I need to start spray tanning now.